Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Got some nice surprises this morning. And again, I went away on a little weekend trip for Thanksgiving. So it's Monday now, and I'm just getting out to the garden. And look, this is one of my Black Beauty zucchinis. The leaves are looking a little rough. Got some leaf miners, which usually don't do too much damage, but the biggest concern are the caterpillars. But that neem oil that I sprayed actually seemed to work really well. I was surprised at how well it worked on those little guys. So I'm gonna keep up on that. Looks like I've got maybe some aphids, something's in here. But yeah, I went ahead and did a preliminary check this morning just to see how everything's doing. Yeah, definitely getting some more little caterpillars in some of my buds. But overall, not too bad. Wow, my tomatoes actually grown quite a bit over the weekend. Looking good, bud. And something new I was trying for this weekend as a watering system. I did a couple bottles of water. That seemed to work pretty well. But also, of course, I mulched everything. That helps a lot. But I've also got this 5-gallon bucket, and it's got a crack at the bottom, so it slowly leaks out. Well, it's been leaking out faster and faster as I go, but what I decided to do was fill it up. I actually filled it up pretty much 2/3 of the way. And then I put this brick and that piece of cloth at the crack, so it'll kind of help slow it down. And I had it over here. You can see right there. And that, I mean, those Brussels are looking great. I've got 2 of them right there. They came in the pot that way. And yeah, it's looking amazing. I'm really happy with how well that worked. And my cucumber looking really good. This guy's finally grabbing on. I'll send him off to the fence when I leave. And then this cucumber, this is the best one I've got. Other ones are still a little bit slow, but as long as I've got at least one that's looking pretty good. Yeah, this guy's getting real nice and big. He's the one who had the first flowers on it. Looks like he keeps sending out more. And again, more caterpillar damage over the weekend. Especially all that new growth, that's what they like the most. And like I said, I went ahead and sprayed some neem before I shot this just to see how everything's doing. That guy's looking good. This Brussels looking good. That Brussels looking good. But yeah, these guys right here. I don't know if it has to do with the water that was right here, but my gosh, these are looking so awesome. I'm really happy with that. And that one's looking a little slow, but that's the way it is. All right, now we're getting to the butternuts. So they're still looking good. Definitely slower than the zucchini and the cucumber. That's the other one. Still looks really good. Haven't grown squash before, so I don't know how typical it is that they're a little bit slower, but I'm still happy. And the biggest change, these zucchini up in here, a lot of damage happened over the weekend, but we also got some really beautiful big flowers. But now that I'll be here again over the weekend, should be fine. Yeah, I'll go through and pick some of that off, and it should be good. These peppers are still coming in a little bit weird, but I did looks like it did bloom over the weekend, and we've got a couple fruits coming in already, which is shocking. Again, I might take some of those off because he's pretty young. And then this is the purple bell. You can see you've got a couple fruits setting, quite a bit actually. And then the yellow bell, foliage is still looking good. He looks like he's just beginning to flower, so still looking pretty good. One other big project I finished before I left actually was this big back corner. Had a ton of snake plants all in here, and those things are really, really invasive where I'm at, and they just didn't look good and took up a lot of space. I want to do something, I'd rather grow something useful here, maybe have a little shade garden for the butterflies. Do like the zebra longwings, they like a lot of shade. And so you can see this is all the junk that was buried back there. I think it's old pieces of like the foundation of the patio or something like that, you know, old gutters. So it felt good to get all that done. Got a couple trash bags worth of other stuff, and yeah, so that helps me a lot in planning, because I always looked at that and I was never sure what to do, and just took up a lot more space than I thought it did. So glad to have all that done. This razzleberry loropetalum is blowing my mind right now. I've never seen it so full of blooms. It's always had a couple on the edges and stuff, but I mean, this is just absolutely chock full, and I'm just, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe how gorgeous that is. So, so exciting. One more thing, I don't know if I showed this or not yet, but one plan I have, you can kind of see where my paths are. And I kind of changed this area up a little bit. So what I want to do now is have this bed come all the way up this way and swoop off to the edge there. And that'll all be raised a little bit. And then you can kind of see I've got my little green fence back there. That's going to be, I don't know if I'm going to build that up more or keep it low, but I definitely want a little seating area right here. And then I'll have a little path, a little stepping stone right through here. And that got bent up a little bit, but that's going to be rounded off here as well. And then another just little stepping stone path out into this path here. And then, so I had a preliminary idea. Kind of wanted to do some sort of swale slash little rain garden situation. Kind of have it slope down and have it a little deeper at that end, just to collect some water and keep it from running close to the house and such. But again, this area has given me a lot more trouble to design around, so this may again evolve, which is fine. That's just my idea as it is. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to talk to you about is all these snake plants that I ripped out. When I was ripping them out, I noticed there's one. It's kind of fuzzy and frayed like this. There we go. And it reminded me of a video I watched of Native Americans using the yucca plant and using their fibers to weave sandals and such. And I mean, it looks extremely similar in their growth habits. So I'm imagining if I can get this pulled apart and dried out, I might be able to try to weave something with this, which is exciting. So I'm going to give that a shot too. Actually, before I left, I also went to, I believe it was Lowe's, and I picked up a couple discount plants. Supporter weed. This should actually bounce back. I forgot to water it before I went. A couple agapanthus, another type of Coreopsis tickweed, and a couple little baskets of yellow snapdragons. I'll pop them out and plant them out somewhere, but yeah, let's go ahead and put this guy in some water. He'll be much happier for it. Yeah, he still looks good. There's still a little bit of moisture at the bottom. Just gonna let him fill that up later, but yeah, he should come back. Alright, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.